Air 2121 with another model unboxing featuring the GeminiJets American 787-8. Now on the back are tons of planes. This was just filmed a few days after the ExpressJet video, so if you haven't checked it out, please check that out. This is one of many model reviews that I will be doing, and I'll be discussing that in the later part of the channel. Overall, this model is a pretty good model, and I'm very excited to review it with you guys, so let's begin. So overall, the box is very nice. I like the box a lot. This is just the inside flap. If you would like to read that, you can pause it. And here's the 787-9 by GeminiJets, that box, and they look, I mean, there's differences with the font and the coloring and stuff, but it's pretty much the same, and I think it's a very nice box. So yeah, let's get straight to the model. Here's your L1 boarding door with the One World's badge, and something to look for is the next L2 boarding door, and yes, there is that, sorry about that, One World badge over there, something very important in my opinion. And you got your American Billboard titles, which look great. The Flying Eagle, I mean, you can't really see the white in it as much. I'm going to be describing that in a later clip. But overall, this looks pretty good. The Wi-Fi dome, which looks a bit cracked in mine, actually, could be using some improvement. I'm going to be describing it in a second. And the registration is N802AN. The tail, which could be improved upon too, but overall I think it looks pretty good. And yeah, that's just the overall view of the model from the left side. The coloring is much better than the A320 coloring that they had a couple months ago. Now, one thing about this model that I love, that I really like, are these wings. These wings are very detailed, I think. I love the silver part in them. The white just looks overall pretty good. So here's one view of the wing flap, and it looks perfect. The GeminiJets, it looks like the wing flap is correct for the 787 with a little curve. The engine looks pretty good too, very detailed on that. One thing over here that I can't really see is a registration number on the main front wheels, but maybe I just can't see it because I'm the 787-9 by GeminiJets. You also can't see it, so that's not too big of a deal for me. Very detailed L1 cabin boarding door though. There's just a lot of detail to this plane, so that's a major attribute to this model, is that there's just a lot of detail to it. Another great thing about this model is the detail on the belly of the plane. There's much more detail than the 787-9, which is just, you don't see really any cargo doors or anything. It's just kind of plain. And this, you see some more linings over here. It looks much better than the 787-9. So that is one thing that I definitely think they improved upon for this version of the 787-8. I think the belly of the plane looks pretty good. So there are some flaws to this model. One of them is being that Wi-Fi dome right over there. I don't know why they decided to make it a tannish brown. I think it should be white. There is a little bit of a white part in it, but I just think it should be a white like the rest of the Wi-Fi domes. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's kind of not that great. I mean, if you look up the actual registration of this plane, you'll see it says a regular Wi-Fi dome that's white, not a tannish version of it. So that's one of the major downfalls to this model, is that the Wi-Fi dome is just not accurate. Another flaw is that you can't really see this shining eagle as much. I'm going to show another, the 787-9 by GeminiJets, and the coloring is a bit, I don't know if it's too dark, too light, but you can't really see the white portion in between the blue and the red. In the middle, you can't really see the white eagle as much as you can in other American models. So those are the two main downfalls to this model that I would say. And right over here is a clip of the 787-9, and immediately you can tell that there's a white Wi-Fi dome right over there. This was made by GeminiJets, and the white eagle, I mean, it's a little bit better than what it is on the 787. I mean, it's not terrible. That Wi-Fi dome really is kind of a problem for me. I just am not a huge fan of it. Here are the wheels. The wheels do roll pretty good. Not as smooth as NG models, but it's pretty good. But when I lift the plane up over there, I think the wheels should stick to the ground kind of more, rather than being a little bit tilted. Just a personal opinion on that. Over here, it just looks very detailed, and yeah, that's just the wheels. They look pretty good. Here are the windows. The 787-9 is to the left, the 787-8 is to the right. They look pretty good. They look pretty similar, so there's nothing too bad about that. Here are the two planes side by side, and they just look great. That's another great thing about this model. I think it goes well with any extra American wide body that you guys might have. I just think the two of them look great side by side compared to one another. So overall, I think GeminiJets did a very good job with this model, minus the few flaws in it. I think it's pretty good. And would I recommend it? Absolutely, I would definitely recommend this model. It's very difficult to find an American 787-8 because NG only makes the -9 and -10 at the moment, and the American doesn't have a -10. I just realized that. But overall, I think this model is a very nice model to pick up. I think it's very detailed and it just looks really, really good. It is probably one of my favorite American models I have, actually, and one of the favorite models I just picked up. So yeah, so the next video, I might be doing a Polar 747 cargo unboxing review. I just have to set that model up because the pieces kind of came loose, and I don't really know how to set it up because there's not instructions. So I'll figure that out for you guys, and I'll try to get that review in the next couple of days. And yeah, so guys, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.